Hi students, this is a tutorial for the keyring logo assessment that you have. When you first open SketchUp, the template that we're going to use is woodworking millimeters. So make sure you've got that one selected. Sometimes you'll get pop-ups coming up, read them. If they're not important, just close them, or you might need to agree to something. Okay, before you get started, always check your assessment sheet for any requirements or dimensions that you need to have. Throughout this tutorial, I want you to pause and then complete the task as it's shown to you. That's going to be the best way for you to be able to follow the instructions, and you're going to get the most out of it. Now, I'm only going to show you a simple and basic example. As always, I encourage you to be creative. However, you need to be original with your ideas and not try and steal something from someone else. Okay, when you get started, if you don't have the large tool set, which I'm moving the mouse over right now, you'll need to come up the top to View, click Toolbars, and then you'll need to click Large Tool Set. You can see it just comes up on the screen just there. Okay, to start off with, we're going to go to the rectangle tool, and I want you to click the center of the axis. Click once, drag it out, tap 50 by 30, enter. And if you look hard, right where the center of the axis is, you'll see a tiny little mark. If you then come up and click the button Zoom Extents, that's going to bring you down and give you a better view of what you've got just there, the original shape. This button is very handy because if you get lost in your designs, it always takes you back to a view where you should be able to see everything that's on your page. Okay, from there, we're just going to turn the camera slightly. We're going to come over to the tape measure tool, and we're going to find the center, and I want you to drag it up just by clicking once, and then the bottom left hand corner where you can see the length, I want you to type in just the number 10, then enter, and just repeat on the other side. These lines that I'm moving the tool over just at the moment are known as construction lines, and they're good because you can use them as a guide. Okay, from here we're going to come over and we're going to select the 2-point arc. I want you to come down the bottom and select where that intersection is between the construction line and the outside edge of the rectangle, and then move directly up and click on the other one. Now you can see you can bring the 2-point arc to both sides. We're just going to bring it over until it snaps onto the midpoint. We're going to repeat onto the other side. Okay, from there I want you to grab the erase tool, and you're just going to move around, just deleting the parts of the shape that we don't need at the moment. Okay, so this is just going to be the basic shape that we're starting with. Okay, from here you can come over to push pull, and I want you to click on the shape and pull it up, and I want you to type 5, then enter. Okay, you can just have a look around and you'll be able to see just the shape that we've got. You can have a look underneath as well. Okay, from here we're going to come over to this tool called the offset tool. I want you to click that. Then just click on the top face, and as you do that, you'll see that you get a line just giving you basically almost like a border that's going around the shape. Now with just clicking once, I then want you to push 3, then enter, and you can see it's like we've got an edge or a border all the way around our shape. Okay, from here we're then going to be setting up what's going to be the keyring hole. Now I'm then going to come back over to the tape measure tool, and I want you to drag out, and if you move up to this point just here, you'll notice how when you drag the tape measure back, it's going to take you to the center, and click just there. From there you can come over to the circle tool, click on that center part just there, click once, pull the circle out, and the radius in the bottom right hand corner, I want you to type 5, enter. Okay, from here we're just going to get the erase tool, just remove some of these construction lines. We're then going to come over and we're going to get the push pull tool, and we're going to just click on the center of this circle just here, which is obviously going to be, as I said, the keyring hole, and I want you to drag it down. Now by clicking once and just moving it a little bit, I then want you to type 5 and enter. Now if you zoom out and have a look, you can see that we now have a circle. We're also going to check underneath, and we can see that that goes all the way through. So we can see that that's neat, and so that when we go to print it, you will have the hole that you will require for the keyring to go through. Okay, I'm then going to get the push pull tool again, and I'm going to click on this face just here, and I'm going to drop it down 2 mils. So type 2, then enter. Just got this pop up just here. Just ignore that for now. I've just done that just as a simple design feature, so it looks like we've got a border or an edge just going around the outside of the shape. Okay, now from this point, we're then going to come over and we're going to select the 3D text, which is just the capital A, and this will pop up. Now, we're then going to type in, I'll just use my initials, and we're going to click place. Now, one important thing when it comes to putting letters or numbers onto a shape is that if you can see, as I move the mouse around, when I keep it still, it says on face. So you need to make sure that it is on face. I'm going to click there. Now, as I rotate around the tool, I can now see that it is positioned just into the border or the edge. So to change that, I'm going to come over to the tool just here, which is scale, and you can see all of these small green cubes come up on the screen, and I'm just going to move it in so that I know that it's not going to be on the border. Also going to bring it down so that I can see that it's not going to be protruding out above the shape, just like that. As I just orbit around, I can see that there's the initials just there. Of course, if you wanted to, you could click back on scale, move yourself into a better position, and just bring it out if you did want to make it look slightly bigger. Okay, we're going to repeat that, and I'm just going to use today's date. Again, place. Just going to move it on there. It says on face, that's what I want. Move back to scale, and again I can see that I'm far too big for my shape, so I'm just going to bring it in. And now you can see so far we have what's required for this assessment. Now I can see I've just gone a little close to the edge just here, so by just clicking on the text and then coming over and clicking the move tool, I'm just going to click it, and I'm just going to carefully move it in slightly. That's just going to help the 3D printer when it comes to print. Now from here, as I said, this is just a basic design, and again I encourage you to come up with your own. The last thing I'm going to show you is by clicking on the paint bucket, you'll get colors and lots of different components, styles, layers and shadows appearing just on the right hand side of the screen. I'm just going to come over to colors named and just click the drop down, and you'll see there's lots of different selections that you can pick from. So let's just go to colors. Now you can change the color of lots of different components on this design. Just be mindful that obviously the 3D printer can't print can't print the colors that you select for your design. So by selecting that and these components, I've made the outside of it grey. I can also do this part just here. I'm just going to orbit around. Okay, to add in a bit of a bright colour, I'll just come back over and scroll up. Go this blue just here. I'm just going to zoom in. Make this blue. This part here. And one more colour, just quickly. We'll just go one of the greens. I'll make these three sections green. Okay, and there you have it.